Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Rob Gagner, and we are the Traveling Mastermind. I'm so excited to have you here. We've been doing this Google Hangout every single day for a week straight, and it's phenomenal. I don't know if you tuned in yesterday, but yesterday's broadcast was amazing. We had a huge panel of experts. We were talking about laying brick by brick, right? Getting the subtle activities down, having a game plan, having a daily ritual and routine, and just like building on that. We're talking about fitness. We were talking about taking care of your mind. We were talking about meditation. We had Peter Liu sharing about meditation practices, doing hollow sync, doing T25, doing all these different practices that that help you. And as promised, right? So yesterday I was talking about we have some huge, exciting news that is literally going to be changing the industry. A partnership that we just went into. That we have a very special guest. But as usual, today we're going to start off with a very quick meditation to just kind of align the spirits right now. Okay. All right. So everyone, close your eyes. Just getting on the same page. I'm going to start to breathe and push everything else that is unimportant right now. Whether you're thinking about the past or the future, you're stuck in worry and anxiety, just focus on now. Just focus on being your true self, just letting the inspiration just flow to you, speaking your truth. It's calming all the noise and the clutter in your head so you can come through genuinely, authentically.
Being yourself. That's right. And just allowing that to happen naturally.
Naturally.
Just breathing and being in the now. That's right. And now, taking a moment to allow ourselves to be fully attuned, awake, and aware, bringing ourselves to the here and now, being able to focus and pay full attention to the information that will possibly fully and completely change your life as soon as you decide to allow it to go inside at such a deeper level. And right now, feel free to open your eyes and come back into the room feeling alert, awake, and simply fantastic.
Woo! I felt like that was like the voice of God.
Some people say that I have the voice of God.
So I'm not going to spoil the surprise. I'm going to let our special guest, the man who I'm about to bring out, he has changed my life in so many different ways. Maybe like a few months ago, right? I was working a dead-end job. It wasn't maybe dead-end. There was a lot of possibility and opportunity there, but it just wasn't fulfilling me on a soul level. I was going door to door and selling like gas and electric at door to door, and it was kind of a hard job. Just kind of like randomly like showing up to a stranger's house and knocking on their door and like disrupting their dinner, like working like 8-hour days, like sometimes 12-hour days. And 6 days a week and having absolutely no time for myself. I mean, I made good money, but I wasn't passionate about it. And I've been in online marketing, internet entrepreneurial endeavors for the past like maybe a year, 2 years, something like that. And I know that the next guy that I'm about to bring up to you from online. And he called me up. He was like, Rob, quit your job. I'm flying you out. I'm buying you a one-way ticket to Houston, Texas, and you're going to come work with me. We're going to partner up, and we're going to build huge, great, amazing things. And I did that, and I was scared shitless. I was scared out of my mind. But I did it, and I started making more money online, and we put together these events called Guru Training Camp. We partnered with Will Wood, who is the brother of David Wood from the Empower Network, putting on these live events, and that's what Amir here, this is Amir Mahmood, I'm going to let him share who he is, what his story is. He's also, not only is he an internet marketer, but he's also a practiced, seasoned NLP master, neuro-linguistic programming, and a hypnotist. He's been doing that for years. He's had experience working on ambulances as an EMT. This dude is a skilled master of the universe. So he took his NLP experience and his hypnotism and applied that to his online business. Now he's got like million-dollar clients in real estate, helping them build their businesses from scratch. You know, creating capture pages, creating follow-up sequences and funnels and all this, and that's what we want to impart to you. So we have teamed up, we have joined forces, and that is the huge news that I wanted to tell you. Amir Mahmood.
Woohoo! Thanks a lot, Rob, for that introduction. There's a couple things I do want to go over right now. One of the things is I don't know where you're at in your life. I don't know at what point you're watching this video. I don't know how you've actually found your way to this video. But I do want to say this, is that on this video we're going to be sharing information, insider strategies on how to improve your life, you know, step into the person you want to be. It doesn't matter if you want to spend more time with your family and your kids, or whether you want to make more money on the internet, or whether you want to be able to travel more or just quit your job. It doesn't matter what it is. We're here to show you ways on how you can do that. We can show you how you can be a part of what we're doing. You know, we've got the Guru Training Camp that's going on, or some of the things that I'm doing behind the scenes. We've got Rob and this phenomenal team here with the Traveling Mastermind. And what's incredibly exciting about being able to have a vision and step into that vision is that you can truly create any life you want to live. I think one of the most powerful things that has happened in my life was when I made the decision to say I'm not going back. And when I made that decision, and for those of you who don't know me, about a few years ago, I stumbled into a hypnosis course. Now, I didn't know how exactly I got there. My professor said one phrase that changed my life forever. And as soon as that professor said that one phrase, it was actually my sex therapy professor, I literally just couldn't stop thinking. You know, when you've got an idea in your head, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, and you guys on the panel here, feel free to share with me, like, if you've had an experience like this where you hear something, and it's almost like the clouds have opened up and the sunlight comes in, and then it turns into this amazing vision, and then you just look at it and you go, oh, I want that. Right? Has that ever happened to you where you just like totally the clouds have set aside and you're like, this is almost like a fairyland. This is like a dreamland. This is like if I was 5 years old and I can dream up any dream I wanted to dream, this would be it. This is what I wanted. And so when I saw something like that, when I was told this one phrase that I'm not going to tell you what it is until later, but when I heard this one phrase, it radically opened up new doors in my life, because all along I've been searching for something and I didn't know what that was. Right? Have you ever had that experience when you know you're looking for something? It's almost like you're walking around your house and you're like, I don't know what it is I'm looking for, but you walk into a room like 5 times, right? And you walk out and you're like, oh, I need to go get that thing, and you go into the other room and you're like, where is it? Where is it? And you don't really remember where you put it. That moment, being able to be in that classroom, to hear that, and to realize that my life can go in a completely different direction. Now, I've never invested in a training before. I actually, before that, never really bought any books. I never really listened to any trainings. I never really did anything. I would go hang out with my friends, stay out till like really late, maybe grab a couple beers at a bar, or if I wasn't of age yet, I'd go hang out in my friend's dorm and drink, you know, and like pass out on their floor, right? I didn't have a life. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't have friends. I just kind of hung out, just did what other people did, because I had nothing else to do with my life, right? I had nothing else to do with my time. You know, I did well in school, but, you know, it wasn't just, there was more, right? So here I was, and I remember about when I was 12 years old, a stage hypnotist came to my school, right? And this is like a fascinating story, because sometimes you're in a position in your life where you're not really sure what you're gonna like what you're signing up for, right? You don't know what you're signing up for. And he came in and he said, like, if I'm here to show you like what hypnosis is and how it works, and he made me forget my name. Right? He made me forget who I was, right? If you think about core experiences in your life, could you imagine walking around not knowing what your name is? And I'm telling you this, and if you can imagine that, you're a deeply hypnotic subject. But I mean, really think about this. The very fact that you were born and raised and probably called that name since birth, signed on a birth certificate, and for the next 15 years, 20 years of your life, people are calling you that name over and over again. Your mom yells that name. Your friends call you that name. You identify yourself as that name. And in a split moment, you can actually vanish like 20 years of life experience with one suggestion. And that's when I realized that, whoa, the power to truly transform our lives comes from our words. It comes from what we say. It comes from not what we say to others, but what we say to ourselves. And some of us are just beating ourselves up. Some of us talk to ourselves like shit. In fact, I remember when I'd have clients, I would literally say, okay, so what are you saying to yourself? And they would say like this ridiculous, like, oh, you'll never amount to anything, da-da-da. And I said, if you ever heard somebody speak to you that way, you'd probably punch that person in the face. But the reason why you can't punch yourself in the face is because it's yourself, right? So then we end up listening to the crap that we don't want to listen to begin with, right? And then a lot of people just say, just think positive, just say that you'll make it and you'll go through it. And I'm just like, that's kind of like false hope. Here's the reality, guys. You can say whatever it is you want to say to yourself. And the freedom in knowing that you can turn down the volume, that you can actually minimize that volume to the point where you don't hear it anymore. Or maybe you hear it and you choose to accept that that's a part of you that's not sure. Maybe that side of you is trying to keep you safe and protected. Maybe you just need to take a step back and say, well, if I'm saying that to myself, maybe there's something I need to change, right? The moment we stop fighting against ourselves and we take that moment to step back and say, well, obviously, I'm feeling frustrated for a reason. I think one of the biggest breakthroughs I've ever had or gotten is from insane amounts of frustration, right? As an online marketer, I was able to step into the niche, didn't know how to make money. For the first 6 months of my life online, I made like $0. After 6 months, I think I made like $200, right? I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to get people to buy. I didn't know how to get people to hypnotically join when I suggested them to. I didn't know how to get them to change and transform their life. I didn't know how to get them to be successful. I didn't know how to be successful myself, right? So all of these life experiences have come together in just such an interesting and different way. And our stories of who we are so unique. It's so different. And part of the reason why is because our life comes with clues. It comes with hints. It comes with information. It comes with learnings. I even believe that you can go backwards in time and totally review all the mistakes that you've made and draw deep learnings from them, and you can literally learn more than most people do their entire life. If you can just learn from your own mistakes and step forward into the future, your life can change. So what does this all have to do with you watching this video right now? What does this have to do with me? What does this have to do with everything? Well, it has everything to do with everything, and I'm going to explain to you right now. When you're getting started, whether it's if you want to travel, or whether you want to be with your family for more, or if you want to make money, or if you want to quit your job, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish and achieve here, the goal here is to make sure that you're absolutely clear on what that actually looks like. And when you know what that looks like, that's not enough. A lot of people just say, all right, well, you just got to make sure you set your outcome and set your goals, and you'd run around and you'd write your goals on paper and you'd stamp it on your wall. You'd read your goals every morning, and that's just the beginning. It's a good step and it's a step forward, but there's a little bit more to that. There's a way to organize your schedule. There's a way to actually ask yourself what's really important in your business, what really needs to happen next. And understanding some of these key pieces of information is going to change the game for you. I know a lot of people go out there and say, well, I want to travel, and they just go ahead and they get a job. They think they have to work their ass off, save enough money to go travel. Let me tell you the way you want to travel. Let me give you an example. My friend Amy Sullivan, she's a great friend of mine. She got into the online niche. She wanted to start traveling, and right now she's on the other side of the world. I think she's in New Zealand. She's literally like Japan, Korea. Every week she's somewhere new and different. And when I asked her, I said, well, how did you just make this decision to just go do it? She's just 100% full entrepreneur. She travels the world, and she's doing what she loves. And I asked her, like, how did you work up the courage to go do it, even though you didn't know you were certain you'd be making money online. And you know what she said to me? She said something to me that literally shifted my perspective on how we make our decisions and how we go through life and how we decide to do those things. And some of you might listen to what I'm saying right now and have a massive breakthrough. Some of you might listen to this and just like Rob, quit his job on the spot and fly down to Houston. Some of you will listen to exactly what I'm telling you to do, and it's going to radically change your life in such ways that you'll start taking action and you'll start seeing results, right? So this is kind of what happened. I looked at her and I asked her the question, and she said, Amir, when you want something so bad, and you want it, and you love it, and you know there's nothing else in the world you'd rather have, nothing else in the world you'd rather have except this, you'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. And once I heard that, I knew that I was ready for something bigger in my life. I knew that there were things in my life that I wanted to have that I haven't necessarily actually gone after, and all it came down to was, what did I truly want, right? What did I want to accomplish? Who do I want to be, right? How do I want to be that person? So here's what happened. I called up, I literally woke up one morning, and this is the story with Rob. I literally woke up one morning, and one of my friends actually called me up like 3 months ago, and he goes, Amir, I've got $1 to my name. My ex-girlfriend just kicked me out of her apartment. I'm on the streets right now. I've packed up all my stuff. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know if you've ever been in a position where you're kind of like almost lost and homeless and broke and you have no money, and that you have a dream that you're fighting for, and then and no matter what you do, it feels like you just keep going down and keep going down and keep going down. And my friend was in that position. Now, you know, I have a heart, and I reached out to him and I said, hey man, no problem. Let me book you a flight. You can stay in my living room. We'll go get a blow-up mattress, and let's build this together. See, what happens when people come together, this is what happens. You can accomplish more and do greater things together. 1 + 1 is not 2, like they say. 1 + 1 is more than 3. I believe 1 + 1, you know, one person can put 10,000 people to flight. I think two people aligned can put 1 million people to flight. I feel like the numbers and the amount of potential that can be achieved with more than one person is just astronomical. That's the power of a traveling mastermind like what we're doing. The mastermind we're doing at Guru Training Camp is because having people to come together creates this sense of community. I think it was hilarious because it started with one person in my living room to 2 people in my living room to 3 people. And then I sat there and I said, well, what happens when we all get together and we just make things happen, right? What happens if we just decide that we know that we don't want to do anything else in our lives except succeed? What happens when we say, I want to travel, and I'm going to travel? What happens when we say, I want to make money, and we make money? What happens when we say, I'm spending time with my family whether you like it or not? What happens when we just do and do what we want to do and say it and follow through on it? What happens if we just did that in our lives? And I think I posed the question. I posed the question myself. I woke up. My girlfriend was laying next to me. I woke up in the morning, and it was like 7:30. And I just sat there, and I said, you know, this is great. I don't really have to get up as early. I get to spend all the time with the people I care, with the people I love. I get to be able to enjoy life the way I want to. There's no schedule. There's no routine. There's money coming into my bank account. There are people's lives who are changing. People are getting results inside my business and inside their business. I'm helping people grow and expand. And I sat there and I said, I know how to make this happen. I picked up the phone and I called up the 10 people that I knew who bought my other products and trainings as well. And I think Rob was like number 2 on the list, right? And this is the conversation. I picked up the phone and I said, hey, Rob, does your life suck? And I mean, like, and I love Rob to death because I know what he's capable of. I know what he can do. I know who he can be. I've seen him in action. His ability to connect and inspire and transform people around them, to be able to share the vision of being able to travel and being able to enjoy life, to to kind of be like a kid like Rob is, and to just be able to do things and not have that oh, you have to be this way, or you have to do this, you have to do that. So I admired it. I admired it so much, and I said, I like his energy. I like being around this kid. This kid got something going on. And when I called him up, he was actually complaining to me that his job sucks and he was going door to door selling stuff. And I said, that's so hilarious, because you came from an online marketing space where we were laughing at people who were selling door to door. And he was so tied up because his boss hypnotized him. And this is what happens when you're in a job. You're totally hypnotized, right? And Rob, I see Rob's laughing his ass off right here at the bottom. Right? So, and this is what happens. He was hypnotized. He was hypnotized into being at his job was the quickest and fastest way to get to his outcome, because his boss would flash a beamer, flash like, oh, here, look at my Mercedes. Oh, I'm making $1 million a year. Oh, we're going to open up a new recruiting center. Oh, you're going to be the head recruiter there. Oh, here's going to be your job. You know, you'll be okay. And he goes, we're selling energy. We got this guy on board. And I was just like, all right, here's the deal, Rob. I said, that is an exact game and action plan, and you know what? It'll probably work, but to be honest with you, do you really enjoy what you're doing? You actually have fun doing it? Like, you can make a lot of money doing it. Guys, and here's the thing. I know a lot of people, a lot of my clients actually are not broke. A lot of my clients make hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So my clients are not like the people who don't have any money, right? My clients are the people who have money, who don't have a life, right? So Rob was in that position, right? He had money. He had like a paycheck. It was paying him. He was making lots of money. He wasn't able to spend it. He had to run home every night. He'd have a headache every day. He'd feel so pressured to perform. And some of you guys come from corporate America, and you probably got the biggest dollars you could probably get, but then you got into this position where you realize that your life sucks, right? It's hard, guys. It's hard to take a moment to step back and to realize that. But when your life sucks, the great news is that you can change it, right? You can just literally change it. So in January, just a few months ago, it's July now, in January, I literally had $50,000. I've had like last year $45,000 weeks. Like, I had more money than I knew what to do with. And in January, I had like $200 in my bank account. I booked a one-way flight for $147. I had less than $50 in my bank account, and you know what was the craziest part about all of this? The craziest part about all this is I wasn't afraid anymore. I wasn't afraid of being broke. I was not afraid of being broke anymore, because I learned one of the most important skills, how to actually create wealth, how to create income. That's what I want to talk to you guys about today, because there's a lot of people who want to do so much in their lives. And I'll tell you the secret. The secret is it could be having a business. It could be doing all these other things. But I'll tell you what the real secret is. The real secret is having the unique ability to communicate in such a way that's hypnotic and compelling that causes people, when you present an idea, that people take action on it. And when you can present an idea in such a hypnotic and compelling way and people take action on it, you can create wealth on demand. Right? So it's really about knowing what people want and offering that to the people. For example, my capture pages convert at like 50%. Now, if you guys are not online marketers, here's the deal. There's a page. People got to put their email address in. Standard is like 20%. That means 2 out of every 10 people put their email address in. And for the people who are decent online marketers, you're going to go ahead and shoot for and target for a 30% of conversion rate. Right? That means 3 out of every 10 people opt in. Out of my pages, there are some pages where every 5 out of every 10 people opt in. That's 1 in every 2 people opt in. And in most cases, even 6 in every 10 people. So I got like 50, 60, 65% conversions on capture pages. How does this happen? How do I actually get, with a tiny list, with 7 people on a webinar, how do I go make $10,000? Right? How do I go ahead and with just small amounts of people make so much money? Well, here's the magic, guys. When you understand what your customers want and you can offer it to them, it's kind of like bees coming to honey and just like sucking it all up. Literally, people will, kind of like Black Friday, you know, they'll line up outside your store all the way down the street. And I see a lot of people running their business, right? And this is what they do. They run their business, and they don't know how to create excitement. They don't know how to create the buzz. They don't know how to create the line. They don't know how to get hundreds of people running after them, trying to say, please, give me money, right? Here's my money. Please give me the product, give me the service. And see, what really happens when you have that ability is you can do things like travel. Because it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. You can start selling anything and everything, and in most cases, if you understand who your customers are and you run your business online, you can travel the world and do it in any way you want. So here's a couple learning nuggets. So for those of you who are taking notes and actually taking this information and then choosing to apply it into changing your life is ask yourself, do you have the skill set right now? There's a two-part question, right? Do you have the skill set right now that will cause people to take action when you tell them to? Do you have that skill set? That's the first question. If you don't have that skill set, right? If you don't possess the ability to cause people to take action, it doesn't matter what business you're in, it doesn't matter what you're doing with your life right now, that is the first step of being in control of your life. You need to have that type of authority, right? This is kind of like almost alpha male or alpha female. It really doesn't matter here. It's having that authority. When you tell people to do something, they need to do it, right? When you tell them that you're going to show them a way to change their life, you're going to show them a way to travel, and for those of you watching this video right now, and you're looking for a way to join the Traveling Mastermind, you're looking for a way to be a part of what we're doing, here's the deal. We're not going to just invite you unless you actually do what we tell you to do, right? We don't just say, hey, anybody can just join us. It's all friends, guys. It's fun. It's great. We get to travel. We can do as much. I can take my laptop right now and jump in the pool outside and start talking to you guys. Here's the deal, guys. You can live anywhere you want in the world, travel and do anything you want. But the question is, right? Do you have that type of respect and command? Now here's the deal. In order for you to have that, you need to understand what it's like to be a person to follow instructions, right? To follow instructions, to do what a mentor, right, tells you to do. Now, see what Rob did, and this is a perfect example. Rob he's traveling. He's living his life. He's improving it. He came from a place where he had a full-time job, a steady income. He had no plan on getting out. I picked up the phone. I said, Rob, does your life suck? Right? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And I go, Rob, in the next 30 seconds, I'm about to share a way with you that's going to absolutely change your life. Right? But here's the deal. You have to take action on it if I tell you exactly what it is. And Rob's like, what? What is it? What is it? I was like, but you got to promise me that you'll make a decision right now as soon as I tell you. Right? And Rob's like, what is it? What is it? I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is, right? And this is the ability, right? And if you pay attention to the language and you see what happens is you're actually forcing somebody to make a decision. That's what sales is. That's what helping people change their lives is that if you want to be a person of influence, if you want to be in a position where you can travel and do whatever you want, spend more time with your family, quit your job, make more money, whatever it is, guys, you need to be a person of influence, right? So this is exactly what I did. I'm being a person of influence. I say, Rob, you got 30 seconds to make a decision. Here's the deal. It's a one-time offer. As soon as you got 30 seconds to make that decision. And he's like, okay. And if you can imagine, if we translate this type of information, we do this in online marketing, right? There's a page and there's like a deadline. There's a countdown timer. But I made my countdown timer extremely short. I said 30 seconds. Why? Because I'm on a mission. I don't have time to just chit-chat. I don't have time to convince him. I just want to know if you're in, you're not, peace. You know what I mean? It's okay, right? And this is what happened. I picked up, and he's like, all right, what is it? I say, Rob, I'll pay for a one-way ticket for you right now, and you'll show up to Houston, Texas. I'll give you a place to stay, food to eat. All you got to do is just say yes right now, right? And he's just like, what?
I was like, so scared.
Rob, you got 15 more seconds. And he's like, but what am I going to do? I got to quit my job. I don't know what am I going to say to my boss. But what about my family? What about my place? I don't know. 5 seconds, Rob. Make a decision. Fuck it, I'm in. Right? So literally, I pull up Expedia, and I'm booking the flight on the phone with him. And he's like, right now? I said, yep, you got 2 weeks. That means today at 9 o'clock, you got to go to your job and tell them you're putting in your 2 weeks, so that way you can fly out 2 weeks from today. And he's like, so I pull up Expedia, I book his flight, he flies out, literally, he flies out, we book it, he calls me up like an hour later, and he's like, Amir, I'm outside my job. I'm pacing. I don't know what to say, right? Rob, do you have that video?
I do. I have it somewhere.
Can you pull it up? Do you have the time to do that? Mute yourself right now. Go pull it up. It's totally worth pulling up.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to talk to you guys about the genius of this right now. Is that think about what I just did. I knew I'd be sharing this story today.
Awesome.
I knew that I was going to be able to share this information in such a way that could teach you exactly what to do to help you change your life and to help other people change their lives, right? I knew that at some point in the future, that video he's going to look back on, and he's going to say, I remember that moment. It was such a pivotal moment in my life where I could have decided to be a part of the traveling mastermind. I could have decided to jump on the plane and leave everything behind. I could have decided to be who I wanted to be and stop living in the job that's keeping me stuck, the life that I hate, right? And so I literally say, Rob, this is what you're going to do. I don't even say, oh, Rob, please, you can do it. I didn't do that. I'm not a girl, right? I mean, no offense, ladies. But I'm not going to be a cheerleader, right? I'm going to be a mentor. I'm going to be a person of authority, a person of influence, right? So this is what I said to Rob. I said, Rob, this is what's going on right now. You're going to walk in there, and you're going to tell me to leave. Now, here's the thing. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do, right? But you need to put in your 2 weeks. Tell him whatever story you want to tell him. I don't care. To be honest with you, I wouldn't really tell him what you're doing. I would just say that you've got some other family obligations. Because I know his boss, based off the stories you tell me, he tried to make sure that he stay there. Be like, but I give you a nice car. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about being hypnotized? I mean, like, I could have had it all, right? He was driving a Maserati, he had the lifestyle, but then I looked at it, right? And this is something that you should look at yourself, like, do they have the life that you want? Like, yeah, it was like glamorous and it seemed fun. They had a ping pong table in the office and you get to make all this money. Like, his boss, my boss's boss, we went out with him one time, he had like $5,000, like a wad of $5,000 in cash in his pocket. And he was just like, spend it on everyone. We'd go to strip clubs sometimes. It was fun. The people were awesome. But the thing is, like, he was in, and my boss, right, he just had a baby, and he didn't have any time to spend with his baby daughter because he was always at the office. Like, he could have, like, he had all the money, right, but he didn't have the time. And that's what I'm after, because you can't get time back. Like, you can make money. Money is, like, plentiful. You can always make money, but time, you can never get it back. And I didn't see myself living that lifestyle for the rest of my life. And I was working my ass off, but it wasn't worth it. And before that, I was doing internet marketing, and I was failing. I was like, how can I make this work? How can I attract the right people into my life, the right mentors? And that's why, like, I knew Amir, and we weren't, like, really close. We met at a power event back in August, but he was able to show me a new way of thinking about things, and then we started talking. I bought his NLP online training course, and that really shifted a lot for me. I started getting amazing results. It's because of that I landed that job in the first place, was able to make $2,000 my first week with that job. So I was getting results. I was in the right mindset. I was learning the communication skills, the communication patterns, the language patterns, but I just didn't have the results. Like, my biggest day in Empower before that was like maybe $4,000 in a day, which was awesome, but it wasn't consistent. And again, results not, guaranteed or anything like that. If we're talking about money, like Amir making $45,000 in a week, which is insane. But that's the power if you focus.
Well, not really. It's not insane. I'll say this, guys. If you think it's insane, then you haven't really checked your financial thermostat. I mean, that's really the honest truth. What's insane is making $500 a week. That's insane. Like, I literally walked into the bar last night and I looked around and these people cleaning these tables, that's hard work. Like, I would not do that for like $1,000 or $2,000 a week. I wouldn't do that for $5,000 a week, because that's actually, you got to do work. You know what I mean? But here's the truth, right? Just like Rob said, that there's great power and there's great responsibility when you determine what you want in your life. And Rob realized that if he wanted money, he could have had it, but he wanted something more, right? And here's the truth, guys. We're in it for money and time freedom. I made 45K from my bedroom. I made it literally I think every sales call I made in my pajamas. In fact, probably right now I'm not going to stand up because I'm in my boxers, right? So here's the truth, guys, is that you could actually make money doing whatever you want, wherever you want, speaking to whoever you want, and all you have to do is make sure that the information that you share is shared in such a hypnotic and compelling way that it causes people to take action. So if we go back to the story, Rob's on the phone with me, right? And what do you think is happening? We're in this position, right, where he's got to go back in and tell his boss, right? He's literally pacing back and forth. What do I do? What do I do? And so this is what happened. He went in, and before he went in, I said, Rob, I want you to shoot a video. Tell the world you're about to quit your job. just let everybody know right now. Just shoot a video. Say, you know, you just got a phone call from Amir. You're about to quit your job. You're about to fly out to Houston, Texas. And see, this is what happened, right? I caused something called excitement. It didn't cost a lot. It cost maybe a couple $100, maybe close to $1,000. And I just started getting people together. And this is how you form a mastermind. You start bringing people who are like-minded with different skill sets together. And what happened were people got together, and they were able to not just get together, but they were able to get together and produce results together. I started working with people's businesses, and we started saying, oh, we could not just I could do the coaching because I can tell them what to do, but I wasn't really good at doing all the things for them. I knew how to build out systems, but I'm not the expert in, like, you know, PHP and HTML, all that crazy junk. So here I was in a position, or driving traffic. I'm no expert in driving traffic. I know experts who drive traffic. So I'm friends with experts who drive traffic. So here's the truth, guys. You don't really need to learn how to do everything. Like, for example, if you want to travel, you don't need to know how a jet works in order to jump on one, right? You just need to know that it will get you from point A to point B. And that's what some of the businesses that we offer. They help you get from point A to point B. That's what some of the services we offer. They help you get from point A to point B. And that's kind of what happened. So we started literally going out there, and by simply going out there, we started producing massive results. And people started making money. People started earning thousands of dollars. People started getting results. People literally, there was like this camaraderie that was built in the living room. And it was kind of like, I'm not going to lie, it was like a sweatshop. You know, they just told me, my friends called me up and said, I was telling my friends, I said, hey, I flew like 10 people out. They're working out of my living room. And he's like, are you paying them $1 an hour? I was like, probably like $1,000 an hour because they know what they're doing online. But what is it that really happened? Well, people got together. When Rob needed a breakthrough, somebody there was able to answer that question, right? Some of you are saying you want to take the step forward, but you're actually putting tape, and you're tying your legs around in tape, and you're hopping, and you're falling over, and you go, I need to get to, you know, the end of the bridge before it goes on fire, right? Literally, it's like a nuclear warhead that's about to come hit your town. And instead of running at full speed, instead of jumping into a car, instead of jumping on a plane and getting yourself to where you want to go, you're walking, right? You're taping yourself down, and you go, I'm trying to get there, but I'm not going to do anything to get there. You know, I need to see myself teleport there first before I do anything, right? So people are like, well, I need to make enough money before I quit my job. Let me tell you the reality, guys. The reality is if you want to do whatever it is you want to do in your life, you'll do it. And it doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have. If you want to travel, you'll travel. Right? If you don't want to travel, you won't travel. If you want to spend time with your family, you'll do it. If you don't want to, no excuse in the world will be powerful enough to stop you. So here's the question. What do you truly want in your life, and how do we get you closer? How do we get you moving forward? And some of you, it's just making a decision to get back to the person who brought you to this video and get started with them. Some of you, it's just as simple as saying, like, oh, I'm ready. I don't know, maybe this video is on a page right now. I don't know if you're watching it through Facebook or on YouTube. You just go click the button below and just get started. Here's the deal. We have ways in which to help you not just become a part of this mastermind, but part of a community that can help you grow and build your business. So one of the things that we did was we actually got together here in Houston, Texas, and I'm going to share some pictures here. And we did an event called Guru Training Camp, right? So here's a quick picture. I'm going to save this picture, put it on my desktop, and share my screen here. So this is a community of people. I literally just gathered my inner circle. I connected with people I knew, and I said, well, what happens, right, when we get together and we work together? So this is literally, can you guys see that? Maybe I have to do something real quick. Maybe.
I can see it.
Allow. Okay. Cool. So you see this picture right here. We've got a group of people who really want to change their lives, right? And this is us all getting together. Rob was in the bathroom when we took this picture, but this is all of us getting together when we just kind of decided to say, hey, let's hold an event, right? We had different experts sharing different strategies. We had different people just literally getting together saying, okay, well, what do I know? What do you know? And how do we get together, right? So here's me. And we also have here Summer Bragg, and she came and she started talking about outsourcing. She really talks about hiring people for like $1 an hour to get work done. And here's my business partner, William Wood, and he talked about how to hypnotically sell and communicate to get people to buy and also get clear on your goals and outcomes and dreams. Here's, Angelito Felix, and he started talking about how to do effective copywriting. Here's Nick Trance, right? He was able to talk about how to network with people offline and really truly connect with them, right? And there's all different kinds of people here with all different types of skill sets and talents. And the question is, and let me see if I can post. This is pretty sexy because I don't normally do this here. Let me share this. Google Hangout is so much fun, guys. Let's see.
Yo, I found the video, by the way.
Oh, you did? All right,
Yeah.
let's go. Can you share that video right now? That would
Yeah. Let me know if you hear the. And by the way, we'll have a. I kind of feel bad for Adrian and Alicia because you didn't get to share anything yet, but we'll have a mastermind session.
Oh, no worries, man. Amir, you're dropping straight gold nugget. Hey, no worries. I'm totally enjoying it.
I'm a talker. I'm so sorry, but
No, you're good, man. You're good to go.
All right, show us that video. I want to see that video.
Hey. Wait, I did screen share.
Yeah, but you gotta pull up the video.
Screen, start screen. Oh, okay, cool. Let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Are you on the bus? No, we can't hear it. Do you have headphones on or what?
All right, let me know if you can
see my life. Last night
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I just got a call from my friend Amir, and he is a friend and mentor and an NLP coach and trainer, and I've been learning from him and studying from him. To do with my life. Last night at like midnight. I just got a call from my friend Amir, and he is a friend and mentor and an NLP coach and trainer, and I've been learning from him and studying from him. And he calls me up, and he's like, I just booked you a one-way flight to Houston, Texas. You're coming here in 2 weeks, May 30th, and you're going to come live with me, and I'm going to help you build your business. And you're gonna learn from me. And seriously, I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted still. Like, I was in shock last night. I didn't know what to think or to say. So now I'm about to walk into my job and quit my fucking job. I'm terrified about it. Just for the record, I love my job. I go door to door offering discounts on energy, and I work with a lot of amazing. Wow. like scared right now. I'm like, this is like the weirdest thing for me to do. I'll let you know how it goes. This is the reason why I'm doing this, because I want to
I'll let you know how it goes.
I want to change. I want to grow. I want to help inspire people. I want to speak life into people. I want to speak on stage in front of thousands of people. I want to improve my own skills. I want to step outside of my own head. I want to create something beautiful and magical in this world. I don't just want to get by. I want to survive. I want to thrive. I've been neglecting myself. I've been neglecting and avoiding my responsibilities as a human being on this planet. I've been fucking up my health. My health has gone to shit, and I just don't feel like I'm living my purpose right now. And if it continues, I don't know what could happen. I think something serious might happen down the road if I just stay the same path. And yeah, I'm scared to change. I'm scared to go through this transformation. I'm fucking terrified. I'm scared of this change, but I know that in the long run, in the not too distant future, I can have my life back. I can do what I really want to do that I feel is not possible anymore these days. I can get possibility back in my life and that joy and excitement from when I was a child. For the past year, I've had this idea to open up my own theme park called Leaderland, which will like help inspire the consciousness of people. It'll be like Disney World, but ethical, without all the corporate greed and consumerism and unhealthy food and just rides and experiences that will inspire and is specifically scientifically designed to completely change people's lives and have them transform and break through. And I want to be a part of something great in this world. And I don't feel like I'm living that purpose right now. And yeah, change can feel weird, and I'm not prepared for it. I don't know what's going to happen. I could fall flat on my ass because I've tried big moves and changes before and they haven't worked out. But dude, I gotta try, and I trust the mirror, man. Like, I know you can't have something great if you don't work for it. You don't know what you're going towards, and I trust the mirror. He's a good friend of mine, and I have faith that everything will work out. And going in to quit my job right now.
All right, pause that real quick, Rob. So come on back out because this is a great place,
right.
and Adrian and Alicia totally drill this guy with questions right now, and I'm gonna drill you with the first question here. Is first of all, how are you feeling? It's what, a month and a half later.
Yeah.
How you doing? 2 months later, how you doing?
I feel like definitely more in control of my life. I have mastered some of my emotions that were completely out of control. I've quelled the anxiety and the depression that I was riddled with before. And I feel, yeah, I'm definitely more in control. Like, I've gathered a group of people who are on the same path. Like, I met Adrian, I've known Alicia, all the other people, Dan at the Charlotte event, the people that I've met at that event and gathered together. And then for every single day for the past week since we've gotten out of the Charlotte event, we've been doing these consistently. We are committed to a vision of freedom for everyone. We are committed to living out our personal legends, just like it says in The Alchemist, that book. Now I'm getting fired up. Like, we're here for a reason, and God knows what would have happened to me if I stayed at that job. And, you know, you need to have things, you need to change things. Like they were talking about at the event, right? Like, everything changes, but in order to transform, you're like a kernel of popcorn. Before I went in to quit my job, I was a kernel. And because of Amir and because of you guys and because of everything that's going on right now, emceeing the Guru Training Camp event that we had a couple months ago, the one that's coming up in September, all these opportunities that are falling into my lap and that I'm creating and attracting, that's transforming me into a popcorn from a kernel. So I'm just really happy to be aligned with you guys, to be aligned with the universe, to have this traveling mastermind, to go from event to event, to help reach out the hand to other people, to help them change and transform, because we have valuable, life-changing information here, and we shouldn't just sit on it. We should be reaching out and helping other people who have been in the dark depths like I have, like Amir has been, as an EMT, like doing nothing but eating peanut butter, as Adrian being in the military, and I know Alicia having her struggles, and all of us, we weren't born perfect. We've all come from the darkness. We've all come from our struggles, and we found this beautiful thing called online marketing, and we found each other. So if you're in a similar situation right now, if you're at a job that you don't like I did, well, you don't have to be there forever. You can change it. That's all I have to say.
So here's what you got to do, right? So if you're ready, and it sounds like I see people already raising their hands. Some people already sent me a Facebook message, so I see things are popping up here. Guys, for those of you who are ready to get started, send us a message. Get back to the person who brought you to this page. Maybe it was one of us. Maybe it wasn't. It doesn't matter. Go back to that person and just legitimately say, how do I get started? I'm ready to get started. Pull out your credit card, have it in hand, and legitimately ask, where do I sign up? And now, depending on who you speak to, they're going to get you started. And when they get you started, they're going to show you step by step what you need to do. But here's the question. What we do works, right? We travel. We get to enjoy our life. I just bought a 59-inch flat screen TV. I don't even know what to do with this thing, to be honest with you. But here's the game plan, guys. Results are not typical. They're not average. Just because I make a shitload of money doesn't mean you'll make a damn penny. You may even grow old and die and make no money at all if you join, right? So here's the goal. If you want to actually succeed, you gotta work hard. You gotta put in the time, the energy, the effort. You gotta learn some skills you don't necessarily have. You gotta put in that focus, right? And you've got to work at it as if there's no tomorrow. Guys, there's been nights where I slept on my office floor back in Jersey eating peanut butter. I was sleeping on a blow-up mattress or sleeping on my coaching client chair that I wasn't even supposed to, I was sleeping in that chair, right? So, I mean, guys, there have been positions in my life. I even sold drugs. I even said it on another webinar. Guys, I've done all kinds of things. Here's the truth. Here's the fact of the matter is it doesn't matter what you want to build. There's some skills you need to learn. Right now, I'm working with multi-millionaires in the real estate niche, and we're building out a multi-million-dollar system, right? I'm actually going out there, and we're working with a local dance studio. There are all kinds of businesses that we can just create like that. We've already set up 6 or 7 funnels in the last 24 to 48 hours. Guys, the potential that you could have, because once you kind of figure it out, it's a game. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun. For me right now, it's like, all right, well, how many thousand can I make today? And I get behind my computer, I pick up the phone. All right, that's 10,000. Think I can hit 30 today? Guys, when you live in a different life, right, where it doesn't actually include, being like, here's the truth, guys, because I've worked with a lot of people. In this business, you get paid on how you think, right? You don't get paid on how much work you do. You get paid on how you think. Now, if you want to get paid on how much work you do, hit the gym, get as big and as strong as you can, run as many miles, pick up as many weights, get really strong, work really hard, and there's a ceiling. Why? Because anybody and everybody has arms, legs, and muscles, right? Anybody can go work at FedEx and pick up boxes, right? I felt really bad for the guy who brought my TV to the door. He was just like, I was like, damn, they don't even send you a partner to help you carry that? Like, I would have paid extra, you know what I mean? Like, the poor guy was literally like almost breaking his back carrying my TV, right? So here's the truth. You can get a job like that, and there's nothing wrong. I was a pizza delivery guy. You can deliver stuff. You can make some money. Or you can get paid on how you think. So now you only spend an hour or 2 thinking a day. You delegate tasks out, and you walk away from your business while it grows. Right now, I've got an assistant who just messaged me on Skype who's like, please, sir, tell me what the next task is. I'm waiting for more tasks to do. So I'm just sitting here going, let me just do nothing and make money because these people are doing all the work for me, right? So here's the goal, guys. If you're ready to get started right now. Send us a message. Get back to the person who brought you here. We're here to help you succeed and grow. We've got lots of ways we can do it. We've got a success model. We've got a blueprint that works. We have a proven model. The only question is are you going to prove to yourself that you want what you say you want, or are you lying to yourself all this time, right? Are you telling yourself that you really want something more, but are you really kidding yourself, right? I know a lot of people who are like, I want to make a lot of money, and I go, okay, great, are you willing to do X, Y, Z? And they're like, I'm not sure. Then I go, I don't think you really want it, do you, right? So really ask yourself, what do you really want in your life? Now, once you know what you want, it's time to take action, right? And this is the point where we can help. We can't help you get clear. I mean, we can if you want to pay us for coaching to help you get clear, absolutely. But, you know, if you're ready and you already know what you want, it's time for us to help you get the next step going. So I guess we're wrapping this up, or I don't know how much longer you guys want to go, but Alicia and Adrian, I talked way too much. I have this bad tendency where I love talking to people, and you know, my customers have a great tendency of consistently buying from me, so I don't know what to say, but I'll just be quiet for a second.
Let's
any questions for anybody? Rob, go ahead, just take.
I was just gonna say, yeah, let's get their thoughts, so we can actually make this a true mastermind discussion. And usually on these hangouts, we read from a book. We've been going through The Happy Pocket Full of Money. We're not gonna do that today because we've already gone over time. We're gonna pick up the reading tomorrow. So let's hear their thoughts, and then Amir, you can maybe share a little bit about the Guru Training Camp event in September you're doing with Will Wood, Dave Wood's brother, and how people get involved, how people could promote as an affiliate and make 50% commissions from the ticket sales, and also the special promotion that you're running for special coaching that you're doing on your weekly webinars. So Adrian, Alicia?
Alicia, take it away. I'll go ahead and I'll close it out.
Okay. Amir, I'm honored from your persistence, because he was aware that he wasn't taking action, and my situation was a little different. I was aware, and I knew once I became aware, I took action. But there's so many people that are in that routine or in their job and they aren't aware that they need to take action. So Rob was aware and he knew like the situation that he was in, but he didn't have a person like you to be able to say, look, you're taking action right now in like the 30 seconds. You made him make a decision. And I had to like time the way I was aware with what my situation was. I had to time things just right in order to move in that direction. I think so many more people are like that. You're like, these life happenings are happening around me, but I can't make that just drastic change like that. There has to be like baby steps in the way for them to make a drastic change like that. So I want to say that even if you're aware of that you need to make a change, that baby step of deciding is that first step. The next baby step is deciding to step onto the plane. The next baby step is to walk out and leave everything behind. And it's finding that awareness I think you need to have in that. So I recommend you, and Rob kind of maybe knows more of my situation where we were in traveling. I don't know, I think I was in McDonald's the last time I had to hang out with them. and that's kind of the situation I was in. I was like, I'm traveling everywhere myself, trying to find free Wi-Fi to make things happen. In a way, I kind of do that too, because I was at the internet store this morning going, where's my internet? so we do what we need to do to make things happen, and I'm so blessed to be around the family that helps support me to keep striving to do what I'm doing. And I'm reaching out to things better, things like you, Amir, just imagining it and creating those success dreams and kind of going for it, with these new tools that we have in place for us. it really opens our eyes up to more things. And being in Nashville, I think it can really tap into some more of the celebrities out there that I never had the guts to even find where they are or find where they were. But I know I have influences around me that I can take baby steps to get there, to be that influential and authority that I never probably thought before, going, I'm just a little stay-at-home mom that just wants to be with my daughter and find ways to make that happen. You know, we have our own dreams that want to travel as well. We got to get to Disney World, right? We got to experience being on, you know, the horse or the arena or whatever we want to do in life. But it's those baby steps, going that next person who can we contact and make things happen. So be aware of what Amir's making possibilities around you, and listen to more ideas that new books and insights and audios can bring to you, because that can massively take a change in your life that brings more awareness of making that baby step that you can make. So I'll bring it over to my friends. Awesome,
Alicia,
guys.
Alicia, you're awesome. And by the way, for everybody who's watching this, I've actually never met Alicia or Adrian, so we're just meeting for the first time right now. It's pretty awesome. And this is the kind of stuff that happens when you kind of just be a little bit spontaneous and you jump on the fly. I got to run right now. Talk about being spontaneous. I gotta run. Yeah. So it was a pleasure. Adrian, I didn't get a chance to talk to you two guys. How about both of you send me a message on Facebook? Real quick on the promotion stuff, guys, if you guys are ready, if you're in the online marketing space and you haven't gotten results yet, we've got something called the Guru Mastermind. Every week we're getting together Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. There's a $1 trial. It's gurutrainingcamp.com/mastermind if you want to be a part of that. So I'm just going to put that out for there for the people who really want to get going. And we have a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So come in. See what we're doing on the webinars. We'll teach you. We'll walk you step by step. This is not just a rah-rah experience. This is actual practical training, step-by-step, question and answer, and we're actually helping you get through. So that's first off. We have a live event that's going down. If you haven't purchased your ticket yet, just go to gurutrainingcamp.com. There's pretty much a video there. It's from the old Guru Training Camp, or by now that you're watching this video, the new sales video is up. Sign up, grab your ticket, and show up. One of the things that we are going to be doing is we help everybody build their funnel in pretty much a weekend. So on Friday, we help them figure out who their target market is, set up their capture page, set up their lead page, integrate all the systems, and by Friday night, we usually have traffic running to their offer. So by Saturday, they already have leads, and some people even have sales, right? So pretty much in a weekend, we'll build out your entire business, and it's custom, unique, and it's designed to you. So for those of you guys who are serious about getting one-on-one help in person, this is the only place in the world that I know who's actually helping people one-on-one identify your target market, build out your entire funnel and system, drive traffic, and have elegant ways of converting that traffic into sales, right? So just want to put those two things out there. We are starting the Mastermind next week. So if you guys want to start our weekly, this is where I suggest if you guys have no idea what's going on, or you're brand new, or maybe you've been in the niche and haven't had success, this is the place where we recommend for you to get started. It's gurutrainingcamp.com/mastermind. $1 trial. Get in on it. You're probably watching this video right now. You can actually put the video to the side for a second, open up a new tab, go to gurutrainingcamp.com/mastermind, hit enter. You're going to see a page. There'll be a video, and underneath that video is going to explain to you what it is, what the day and times are. It's a 2-minute video. And there's a button, and there's like the 30-day guarantee. Click on that button. You'll go to a PayPal checkout page. Go ahead and get registered, and within 24 to 48 hours, we'll have somebody, one of my assistants, give you a call, interview you, and just make sure that you're the right fit. We don't want to work with people who aren't serious about making a ton of money. We don't want to work with people who aren't serious about living the life that they want to live, right? So make sure that you get involved into what we're doing if you're really serious. Otherwise, there are other places that you can go hang out, like the bar, and waste your time there. But if you really want to get serious in your life, then there are places in which you can do it. So with that being said, I've got a jet right now. Rob, it's a pleasure. Adrian, it's an absolute pleasure. Alicia, I'm glad I had the opportunity to talk to all of you guys. Awesome, cool, stay-at-home mom. And so, guys, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. Just get started. Get back to the person who brought you here. And I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Take it easy.
See ya.
Wow.
Powerful stuff. I actually got to run too, so I'm gonna make this real short and sweet. But
okay,
guys, if you're watching this, Alicia, thank you for your story. Obviously, Amir just dropped so many nuggets, powerful stuff. Guys, what it really comes down to is just make a decision. There's so many people going to and from work. You're stuck in the same old mundane life. You want to make a decision, but you don't know exactly where to go. Like for myself, I was in the military. I got out in 2003 after my stint in Iraq. I got home and I got an easy transition to a job, but pretty quickly that became pretty boring, pretty lame, the same old every day, and I just knew there was something more. I didn't go fight for my freedom to come back home and just be stuck in a boring job for the next 40 years or however many years I had left. Now I have a wife now, I have 2 beautiful children, and I wanted to be home. I wanted to be there for my kids. We didn't want to do the daycare thing and all that, so I retired my wife 3.5 years ago. And we just never looked back. I left my job in December 2013, just last year, and I never looked back. I've been doing an online thing since first got introduced to online marketing in 2007, and just bounced around for a little while because never really, had some success and just kind of bounced around for a while, lost my way. But with the system we're using now, things are absolutely different. We're having some life-changing stories going on from people all around the world who just simply made a decision. Just like everybody who's on this panel, you have to make a decision, guys. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I'm not a genius by any sense of the word. It's just a system, just like your job right now. You don't know how to do it when you first get there. It doesn't matter if you have a degree for it or not. When you get there, you're trained on how to do it. The same thing here. It's a simple system, but people just don't follow the system sometimes, and they go home and they say these things don't work. When they do work, you have to make a decision, make a clear intention, and just have a vision. Where is it you want to go? What is it exactly that you want to do? What are you here for? When you wake up every day and look in the mirror in the morning, who are you? And why do you even go to work every day? So you can pay the bills, take care of your family and friends, right? But take care of your family, of course, and hang out with your friends and be around your loved ones. But if you're just stuck, you're living for hump day and you're living for Saturday and half of Sunday, that's not the life to live. And everybody who's using this system and is in this community has really just made a decision to say, you know what, my life matters, my life, I have value here, and I want to put my vision and intention out in the world and make a difference, empower people and lift people to just to really be who they're supposed to be, who God created you to be. And it's once you get to that point, I always say that, I've spent so much time trying to bring in family and friends, and anybody who's been in MLM and this whole umbrella knows, just after a while, you become the NFL. No family left, no friends left or whatever, because you've exhausted your options. But I always say that you can't something has to happen in somebody's life, whether it's the bad day at work or whatever it is, to just make them say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and make them want to change and make a decision. Like Rob did when he quit his job. Terrified to quit his job, but he just knew that if he stayed there one more day would turn into one more week, which turns into one more month. The next thing you know, it's 10 years later, and you're still sitting in the same place. And I was the same way. I typed up that email, December 13, 2013. I had the email set, and I was I prayed about it for months, and I had things rolling, so I knew I just had to take a leap of faith to make this happen, and I haven't looked back. But when I hit enter on that email, I knew my boss and everybody else who I sent it to had it just like that. There was no going back, and I've never looked back. Probably the best decision I ever made. So, am I where I want to be right now? No, but I'm continue to grow, and I'm continue to grow, just like Alicia is, just like Rob is, just like Amir, and being surrounded by these people and this community and the type of people that we have here, and with this system, the system that we're all using, guys, you just got to make a decision to get started. I don't know where you are when you're seeing this, but it is your time. It is absolutely your time. So make a decision. Get back to the person who invited you to this call or this hangout, and hopefully we'll see you on the inside. And that's all I got there, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate both of you guys, and big things are coming if you capitalize on it. This is a very small window of time that we have right now because pretty much everyone's going to know about what we're doing in a very, very short period of time. So are you going to let the wave wash over you and, like, kill you, or are you going to, like, be the wave of change that the world is going to experience? You can either ride the wave or you can get hit in the face with it. So, with that being said, we're going to continue tomorrow our readings of Happy Pocket Full of Money. I think that's it for me. Anything else anybody wants to say?
Shout out to stay-at-home moms.
Yeah. Stay-at-home mom squad.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's about it. So I appreciate you guys and thank you for watching. And just, make a decision like me. Like, I was really scared, but you know what? If I didn't do it, I think that's like the best thing I've ever done in my life is just make that decision and just join something because it's not good to want to understand everything before you just have to like our guest Daphne was talking about listening to your intuition.
Right.
Just listen to your intuition. You don't need to know everything about what it is. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Right. It's like light and heavy. If it makes you feel light, that's true for you. It's your truth. If it makes you feel heavy, it's a lie. And don't listen to it. Don't go with that. So.
And surround yourself with good, like-minded people.
Exactly.
Build a community. But that's it, guys.
Take it easy.
To the next one.